Welcome to the Beacon Arts Podcast, Episode 2. It is Labor Day weekend, and nobody's here, so we are happy to be here to record this so you guys have something to watch and listen to on your holiday. So we have a lot to talk about, and I started last time, so Allie, why don't you introduce your first topic?
Oh, okay. I'm going to go with the Give a Day Knoxville. It's this new initiative that Knox County is taking on. The Knox County Mayor, that office, and then philanthropies throughout, I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah.
Okay, philanthropies throughout Knoxville and the surrounding area are all teaming up to do this special Give a Day Knoxville, which actually lasts the full week. It started yesterday. So many places are offering volunteering and service opportunities for just Knoxvillians to
That's
get
cool.
involved.
So, what kind of organizations are, volunteering for that? Do you know any of them?
I know the CLS is leading a couple different trips.
Okay.
What are some places? I don't know any specific places.
Yeah, if you don't know anymore, that's fine. It's worth looking into, maybe volunteering for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, well,
So what else what do you got,
I
Dina?
wanted to mention that. So I think last Friday, a movie called Close Encounters with the Third Kind, which is directed by Steven Spielberg, it came out in the 70s. They're actually playing it at the Pinnacle in Turkey Creek.
The old movie,
Yeah,
not like a reboot.
in honor of the 40th anniversary of the movie.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's
very
like
cool.
it's in really good qualities.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's worth checking out. It has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, so which is really
Yeah.
impressive. But,
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
cool. I'd like to see that. I haven't seen the original, actually.
yeah, me neither. I haven't seen it either.
Huh. I'll have to. Well, speaking of movies, there's an event going on this coming week, I believe, called Movies in the Park.
It just started.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's at IAMS, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks really
Yes.
cool. I don't know if it's free or not, but I've always loved
It's
movies
$10.
like that. It's $10, okay.
$10.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of memories of something similar to that, but movies at the swimming pool at Disney. I know they did something like that here on campus. Actually, they played Jaws at
Jaws.
T-Rex, but I didn't go to that. Were either of you guys at the Movies in the Park event?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't go. Market Square is doing something similar too.
Yeah.
Movies in Market Square, September through October.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
have to
I
go
don't
to
know
that.
what kind of movies they're showing.
I think it's usually family-ish movies, but not kids
maybe.
movies, but
Yeah.
in between.
More mature
Yeah.
movies. I think also the Cinema Club at UT shows movies every Monday night at 7.
Okay.
If you guys want to check that out.
That would
too.
be cool. I'll have to give that a look. Well, speaking of watching things, I went to see Peter and the Starcatcher this past weekend. Actually, this past week. It was Wednesday, the preview night. And that was an amazing show. Now, neither of you have seen it.
I heard
but
it was
I
3
haven't.
hours long.
It was really long. It was 3 hours long. And it was the entire backstory of Peter Pan, like we said in the last episode. But this was one of my favorite shows they've done there because they managed to not only make it hilariously funny. I've never seen a comedy at the Clarence Brown. It's always been either a serious thing or a musical. But they somehow managed to make it really funny, but also make me cry at the end. Some of the quotes in there were really hard hitting. I don't know if you've read any of the quotes, but when Peter and the main girl were sort of leaving, they were being forced to leave. Peter said, don't worry, everything's going to be all right, you're going to be fine. And she said, no, I'm not going to be fine. It's supposed to hurt. That's how you know it meant something. I'll remember everything, every moment. And that really, that gave me, cold chills during that. And there were so
Kind
many
of tearing
hard-hitting-
up. This is
right?
so sad.
There were so many hard-hitting, but that's in between like a 60-year-old man dressing as a British maid,
Yeah.
that back and forth. Just the way they pulled that off perfectly, it was amazing. And they really played Peter's character perfectly, but instead of him just being this light-hearted, young, never want to grow up character, they gave him a reason and elaborate on his backstory a lot more. I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you guys, unless you've already seen it. But one of my favorite quotes from him is, "I dream of a world in which nobody says I'm sorry because they don't need to any longer." And that leaves you thinking for a bit. This is a great show.
Wow.
So there's going to be a review in the Daily Beacon. What day is the review coming out?
Tomorrow it will be.
So
Or it will
Monday.
be printed on Tuesday.
So Monday. So it'll be out by the time you guys are watching this. So go grab a copy of the Daily Beacon if you'd like to see our review, our full review. So what else you guys got?
Wait, so it's a play, right?
Yeah, it's
And
a
you get-
play, and it's not a musical, but they sing like 5 full songs in it. So
Not
it's,
a musical, but
yeah.
they sing 5 full songs. in
Yeah.
it, yeah.
So it's but it's not like full musical because it's most of it isn't a musical, but they just it's like a Disney
Yeah.
movie. Like
and I can go for
Okay.
free, right? Because I'm a student.
students can go for $5 now.
$5.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can bring guests or anything like that, but even if the guests have to pay full ticket price, I would totally recommend it.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
I think it's totally reasonable for sure. So, Allie, what you got?
Okay, so some coming up events. CreepyCon, which I know
CreepyCon.
you were gonna kind
Yeah.
of touch on also,
Mhm.
is coming up. We can come back to that. Another one is the talk on Pablo Escobar. It's like the real story behind Pablo Escobar. Steve Murphy and Javier
Okay.
Pina are coming
Mhm.
to talk about, because they were on that case, to talk about that and the making of Narcos, the Netflix
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so are they going to be on campus?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That'd be
N.A.M.B..
cool.
When is it?
Yeah,
What?
I believe it's
So
going to
sorry.
be Thursday.
So you guys are probably gonna like think I'm some outsider for this, but I don't, and only like once ever have had Netflix. It's like I've not even
Really?
watched. I've never watched even like Orange Is the New Black. I've never watched
Seen it
any of the
all.
originals on Netflix, like at all. Which I
You haven't
realized.
seen Stranger Things?
Nope, not at all. Which I know is my own fault.
You need to watch Stranger Things at least.
All the cultural references are just totally like lost on me. Like I've seen people at conventions in costumes like what dressed as like somebody with like waffles?
so
Question mark
disappointed.
frozen waffles.
I haven't seen it, but I mean,
Is that a
I know
reference?
who that
Disappointed in both of you
is.
right
Yeah.
now. I can't believe this.
I
I'm-
know who that is.
I need to watch it. I guess I'll only watch it if both of you see the Peter and the Starcatcher show.
Okay,
Just
it's a
saying.
deal.
Okay,
We'll do
fine, fine. Okay, so you're also talking about CreepyCon. I'm kind of
Yeah.
excited for that because I might go, I might not. I know we have a video guy on that, so check that out on YouTube because we will put that up as soon as we can. And we're also doing an article about CreepyCon, I think. So check that out for sure. But what do you know about CreepyCon? I've never gone.
So from what I read, it's kind of like mysterious in a way. I just know they're gonna have all kinds of vendors.
Yeah.
It almost seems Halloweeny.
Mm-hmm.
Kind
Kind of early for Halloween. Well, yeah, it's never too
It's a
early for
little-
Halloween.
We love
Candy
Halloween.
corn's been in stores for 2 months, so it's time for Halloween, I guess.
So, like, from what I understand, it's just all things creepy.
Okay.
So I don't know what to expect.
Okay, I did a
honestly.
little research, and there's really not much out there. Their website needs to be updated. Please update your website. But so they're having a zombie beauty pageant. I really don't know what that means, but sounds cool, I guess. They're having a costume fashion show, which seems like that could be pretty cool. Some makeup demonstrations, a cake competition, because
Cakes
why
are
not?
creepy.
Yeah, creepy
Cakes are
cake.
Totally.
And an aerial arts performance. So I guess they have some kind of like acrobatic show, which that
Oh,
alone
yeah,
would
I
be
saw that.
worth going to. I think it's like $15 or $20 for admission, so I might go.
That's much.
I don't know.
Not
It
bad.
depends on if I'm doing something.
I think
that
this
day.
is the first one, also.
Okay,
for
and they're in the
Knoxville.
Knoxville Convention Center.
Yes.
Wow, that's an expensive venue. So yeah, so that's going on. So Dina, what you got? What else is going on this week?
Back to the movies. I wanted to mention that.
Movies are her specialty.
Yes, I love movies. Okay, well, the thing is that people aren't going to the movie theaters as much as they used to. I think this past weekend, the box office had the lowest
Really?
income that it's ever had since the weekend following 9/11.
Oh, man.
In history, and so I mean I think it's that people are like, I hate to say this cliche phrase, but in this age of technology,
Yeah.
people like to watch movies on their phones and laptops more, and I think that's that's the reality of it. But people just aren't going to the theaters anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone to a
out of
theater in
the-
months.
Yeah, like out of the
Yeah.
two. What about you, Allie? Have you like?
I used to go, that was like my family's thing, and we would go every single week to the
That's
movies.
cute.
No, I haven't ever.
Like the only
That
reason I
sucks.
go anymore is I have like a really good friend that's like lives right next door that he works at Regal. So like he can get like free tickets and I just
I love
sort of
it.
go
Get
with
me
him.
Some free tickets.
Yeah, like we go to the Dollar Tree and just like sneak in like entire liters of soda in our pockets and just hang
Who
out
does
at the
that?
theater for free. So I mean, that's worth it. It's free.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't pay like $20 for anything except like a big premiere that I really want to go to. It's just not worth
Yeah.
it.
There are a
That's
couple
true.
movies coming up though.
There
that I wanna
are.
see. Like
This-
The Kingsman. I want to see that.
Mm-mm. This past weekend, I think not. The one with the low ratings, but this weekend right now, I think there weren't any new significant releases in Knoxville. So
Yeah.
it's crazy how that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just the medium is dying of theaters.
Yes.
I don't think theaters are going to be around that much longer. And with the Netflix, I think that makes sense. But so concerts, I have recently gotten really big into concerts. Literally, the first time I ever went to a concert was like 1 year ago. Weird. And now I'm like super into it. So the Mill and Mine, the one show I'm excited for. This is like way soon to be saying this, but I've started listening to like all of their music, and I'm super excited. They're doing a double night, STS9. Have you guys
Never
heard of
heard of them.
STS9?
No.
It's so weird. They, in their album cover at least, they have like these weird like light bulb globe things on their head, and it's like live performed electronic music, I guess. But like, there's also like singing and stuff. It's really
Sounds
cool.
like Daft Punk.
It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
was
like
gonna say
American
that.
Daft Punk. Yeah, that's a
Except
good.
with Daft Punk, you have no idea who's under those masks.
Yeah, two French dudes. But yeah, I don't know. I might go to that. Some other shows at the Mill and Mine. These are coming up in the next couple of weeks, so tickets might even already be out. Blink 182 isn't at the Mill and Mine, but they're in town in Knoxville. I think that's
My
at
emo
the
self
Thompson
is
Bowling.
ecstatic.
Oh yeah.
Myself.
I've listened to a little bit of them lately, but not a lot. But some people might be interested. Also, Future Islands is doing a performance at the Mill and Mine the night that this podcast is supposed to be releasing. So if you guys want something to do tonight, maybe do that. I don't know. Never even heard of their music before, so could be good. What else? What else we got?
Back to Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Yet again. Taylor Swift.
So she just released "Ready for It," her newest song.
It's like already one on the charts, right?
I don't even know.
I think it is.
Probably not. But me and Dina watched the video right before we came in here, or listened to it. I guess we can
Yeah.
find the video.
I didn't, so I'm
I don't
confused.
like it.
Yeah.
She attempts to rap, and the,
Oh, no.
the beginning is really bad.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry if you like Taylor Swift. The beginning of "Ready for It" is really bad, but then after
Taylor
that,
Swift
for a
shouldn't be
second,
rapping.
yeah, for a second,
Mhm.
I was like, okay, this isn't bad, but then it got bad again. It's just, I don't know
It's
what
just
she's
all
doing.
bad.
She's just trying to change her
Just-
genre up so much, and she's like famous for like
I feel
one
like she
and a
could
half
just
genres.
drop a whole rap album and still be considered a country artist.
I never have considered her country. She's just been like super.
Wasn't
pop
she
to me.
always like the best country artist?
She was
out there?
country and then pop, and
She's
then
like a
now,
pop artist that is country.
Something.
Now she's going through a phase.
Yeah, she's going
Okay.
through her emo phase that she's delayed by like 30 years. I don't
30
know.
years.
How old is Taylor Swift? Like 32?
She was born in 1989, so she's probably
yeah.
in her 20s.
Yeah, a little bit long. Oh, whatever.
30s.
I mean, I guess I'm sure she's still gonna make millions off of it, even though she's not a rapper and she's trying to rap. So maybe she'll learn not to go with this, or maybe this will encourage her to keep doing that. I hope that she doesn't keep doing that.
I hope
but-
not.
We won't have those anthems like "Shake It Off" to dance to. It's just gonna be all about
Gosh,
Kanye
damn
West's
it.
broken romance or whatever. Oh goodness. Okay, what else is going on? Greek Fest is coming up pretty soon. I've never gone to Greek Fest. I have heard many things about Greek Fest, and
Yes.
for many years have wanted to go to Greek Fest. Have either of you ever been?
I've never been, but I've heard so many things about it.
Lots of good food,
Yeah,
Yeah.
good food, and they do these cool dances too.
like
Yeah.
traditional Greek dancing, or just. Huh,
Yeah, I think
that's
a lot
cool.
of European countries actually show up to it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Do you know where it is? Because I like it used to be like at a church, didn't it?
Yeah, they usually do it at a church off of that road. I don't know what the
Yeah,
road's called.
like it's probably like a
That
Greek
road.
Orthodox church or something.
We'll find it out.
Yeah. We're covering that, I think, for video as well. So there'll be a video out later for that. Check that out. What else have you guys been up to?
Well, we could talk about Cardi B. It's not necessarily this week, but she had her song Bodak Yellow, and it is quickly, rising in the charts. She's definitely up there now. I don't know exactly what number, but I hear it all the time on the radio.
Me too.
And I hate to hate on everyone with new music, but I
Yeah.
don't like Cardi B.
Oh.
We watched
Aw.
a lot of Cardi B videos before we came in here, and Lots of people are comparing her to Nicki Minaj.
I thought she
I
was
like
Nicki
Nicki
Minaj.
Minaj.
When I first heard her on the radio, I thought it was Nicki Minaj.
I actually like Nicki Minaj.
So do I.
I like
Okay.
Nicki Minaj.
Like, maybe her as a person, I don't know much about her as a person, but her music, like, if I'm, like, wanting to feel hype for something, I'll just turn on some Nicki Minaj and I'll be like,
Like,
this is the
have
day.
you seen Cardi B?
mm-mm. No. Is it, like, okay, like,
It's unfortunate.
well, I guess I'll have to. Is it, like, classic Nicki, or is it, like, Anaconda Nicki? Because it's different. Okay?
Nothing. You can't compare anything to Anaconda.
I mean, true.
I love Anaconda.
See, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't know how to describe Cardi B sound. She has like a very heavy Bronx accent. She kind of sounds like the Cash Me Outside girl.
No.
No, she
Which,
sounds
by the
exactly
way,
like her.
yeah,
Okay.
that girl
But Nicki
started her music career. She released a
Oh my
song.
Is it Nicki
recently.
Minaj from,
I
like,
heard
the
about that.
Caribbean?
I have no idea where Nicki Minaj is from.
Either her or Rihanna are from, like, an
Probably
island in the
Rihanna.
Caribbean.
I feel like it's definitely Rihanna.
I think you should have
Maybe.
done your research first.
I probably should have. I'm just getting people mixed up, I guess. I like Nicki Minaj and Rihanna, but I don't know. Huh. Well, if she sounds like the Cash Me Outside girl, I don't think that's my style.
It's interesting. You need to go look her
Yeah.
up.
I guess I will. I'll report back to you guys about how I feel about that. I guess I don't think that's gonna be my thing. So what else, Dina? Do you have any?
Well, I actually visited the Dual Current exhibition yesterday at the art gallery on Gay Street, and Dual
Knoxville
Current,
Art Gallery is awesome.
Mhm. And it was like this exhibition that was that compared the artistic value between architecture and art, and how the two are kind of interchangeable
cool.
sometimes. And
Yeah.
so something, I don't know, this is just my opinion, something that I noticed is that I felt like the art that was made by male artists was, I mean, lacking in emotion. I think that the art made by female artists, like, I could just see evidence of much more complex emotion
Yeah.
underneath the surface. Not to say that they don't both have emotion
Yeah.
or
No, I
significance
understand.
to them, but it's just, I don't know, this is something I notice in movies too.
It might be easier for you to relate to the specific emotions maybe being
I just-
That's what I
presented.
was thinking.
Because, like,
Yeah.
a lot of emotional stuff in art is very much obscured by your lens of looking into it. So, you know, somebody from a different perspective looking at one piece of art might get the intended emotion, while another person might just see it as something without any emotion whatsoever.
I agree. Yeah,
So-
I could be wrong. It's
I mean,
just,
I could
you
be
know.
wrong too. Maybe all the art there from the males do like totally sucks because I mean, I know if it was my art, it would literally be like a lopsided square. So, you know.
It's okay. It's just something I thought about. I see this in movies too, where like
Yeah.
movies directed by men. Not to say that they don't have emotion, but I think movies directed by women have more emotion, I suppose. I don't know.
No,
It's
that
something
makes
to look
sense.
out for maybe if you guys next time you observe any type of art.
Yeah, I'll have to like look into that. And like anybody that has watched this podcast, if you agree or disagree, you know, definitely leave a comment or message us, send us a letter, show up to Alex's office and tell him in person if you want to. Alex is our editor in chief. But I'd like to know if you know what people think about that particular topic, because that is
Yeah.
very perspective based, and I think every single person will have a different answer relating to that.
Going off that, I'm sorry to
No,
interrupt.
go ahead.
Did you see they're making another Lord of the Flies? I think is the movie.
I heard about
but
that.
with an all-girl cast.
Oh, I heard about
I
that.
heard
But
about
it's
that
directed by
too.
men.
Yeah, and
Okay.
very few people are pleased about this entire
just-
situation.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just don't understand how the actions of women could be possibly be directed by men. I mean, it makes no sense, to be honest. But
Well,
I don't know.
and to go sort of counter that, but also with that, the writer of the original, the Lord of the Flies book, specifically intended the main three characters' story to be about masculine interfighting, I guess, like masculine tendencies to fight for dominance. So the whole idea of changing it to females, while that if you're trying to change the story to be like that, it's really deviating from the original story. So the whole concept is just, in my opinion, a mess that doesn't really benefit anyone
Yeah,
at all.
maybe.
I mean, maybe it'll turn out to be great. I don't know. I have nothing to go off of, so I guess that'll be worth keeping up and looking into. But We are almost out of time for today, so I just want to thank you guys for watching. Once again, I am Bryce Bible.
Allie Klaus.
I'm Dina Baker.
And this was the Beacon Arts Podcast, Episode 2. We have a bunch of papers coming out, special features coming out at the UT Daily Beacon, videos coming out all the time. We have a sports podcast. We just started a neuroscience podcast, actually. If you like neuroscience, it sounds like a TED Talk. Like, literally, Anu Kumar did this. She sounds exactly like a TED Education, caster. She's amazing. So go check that out. It's on iTunes and Google Play. And we'll be putting out more episodes weekly, so stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching. Peace out.